Hey, hi, hello there, I'm DilyDaly, and this is the Rogue-lite Power Hour from Monday? Monday. Yeah. Today we're playing 20 Minutes Till Dawn. We're doing same old. Um, at least mostly, you know. That's not this. Not doing endless mode. It's not gonna complete all the darkness levels. So, if you did not watch Sifu Part 2 from, right, I can just left click. It's space to auto target and left. I feel like I changed the left click, or I was going to. I'm gonna have to, or can I use my controller? I can. Move the mouse. There we go. Do the usual. So anyway, if you haven't seen the Sifu video, I just wanted to say a couple things right off the bat. For one, we will not be playing Citizen Sleeper 2 anymore. It's not for anything bad or anything like that. It's just because I was playing the game off of Game Pass, and I don't have it anymore because I found it was just too expensive, and I don't use it for other things. Like, just, I don't, you know, like, I already wasn't using it for a lot of anything, for a while, you know, like, I was using it for Game Pass, like, I was using Game Pass for Game Pass, but it was for Game Pass PC, so, like, I wouldn't buy any games, I'd just play games that were coming out, like, Expedition 33, I was gonna play Silk Song, or Hollow Knight, I guess, specifically, and among other things, right? Like, I was gonna do all that, but it also doesn't make sense to have it if I'm not constantly using it for stuff, and I really wasn't. Like, it's one thing if, like, it gave me online access, but, like, I don't need it to talk to my friends. This isn't Xbox Live, you know? So I decided I was gonna stop using it, and I'll come back to it at some point. Come back to using Game Pass and play Citizen Sleeper 2 and finish that playthrough and everything. But yeah, I decided I wasn't gonna play Citizen Sleeper 2, or I wasn't gonna. Why is my mouse all the way over there? Whatever. I said I wasn't gonna use it, or I wasn't going to play Citizen Sleeper 2, and I was gonna play a new game on that I have through Epic, and that is going to be Weird West Definitive Edition, or I think it's Definitive Edition. I think that's what it's called. I know it's called Weird West. It's kind of got that same vibe, like Disco Elysium, Citizen Sleeper style, like choice mechanic with chance and everything. The only, like, it's also kind of like XCOM Baldur's Gate style exploration / combat turn-based stuff, tactics style combat, among other things. And I'm gonna do a lot of, like, the pre-setup for that game off camera, or I might do it on camera. It depends how that recording's going off rip. I haven't done it yet. And the other thing is too, is I'm gonna start recording these well in advance, like well weeks in advance, because I need to start being a little bit more disciplined about recording things. I recorded the Sifu video about 8 hours ago. I could have spent those 8 hours recording a Rogue-lite Power Hour, but I didn't. So I I recognize I'm kind of lazy. Not kind of. I'm very lazy and I procrastinate. So I want to get ahead of that and start using my day offs a little bit more productively. And edit and record and do stuff that I really want to do. Yes, that's probably like the best one out of the 3 that I could get right off the rip. But aside from that, I also wanted to mention that I'm going to be changing up the games for the Rogue-lite Power Hours. By changing up, I mean I'm going to be sticking to a main 6, and I'm not going to be switching off from those. One of them is obviously going to be this 20 Minutes Till Dawn, and the next one I'm going to do tomorrow, or uploading tomorrow, is I have it on my desktop screen, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Trying to think. I'm gonna play 20 Minutes Till Dawn. I probably have it on a list somewhere, but I don't want to stop playing to go find it. But you get the idea. I'm gonna stick to 6 different games. I guess I can name the other ones that I don't, because I know I'm going to be doing Vampire Survivors. I'll be doing 20 Minutes Till Dawn, Vampire Survivors, Synthetic, Witchfire. That's 4, right? Sounds like 4. It's 20 Minutes Till Dawn, Synthetic, Witchfire, Vampire Survivors. That's 4. There's 2 more. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. I'll look at the end of the video and make 100% sure. Right, the other thing. I'm just gonna upload whatever I feel like uploading. That includes a new thing I'm gonna be doing. I want to make edits, because I see them a lot on like Instagram, TikTok, and stuff, and I'm just like, those are pretty cool. And I kind of want to make those, because I like listening to music and stuff, but I don't know how to draw and animate, so like the ideas I have are better off used for edits, you know? If that makes sense? Maybe I take that right now before having it really bad. No, I don't. My bullets don't go very far right now, so bullet bounce would be pointless. Hang out right here. But yeah, I want to make edits. I want to do more stuff with shorts, and I want to pace myself a lot better by staying ahead of my recordings. I was going to upload some shorts, or maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But I was going to upload shorts last week, or I guess by the time this comes out, it would be last week. And so if you have seen those, great. I want to do more edits, more editing, and not just these videos where I play a game for an hour. Because I enjoy playing games, and I enjoy using my free time in a semi-productive manner, which is why I play these games, why I play roguelites. And because I think that they're semi-entertaining. Because when I originally started doing the Rogue-lite Power Hour, I literally just did it because I wanted to get used to commentating on my own, talking to a microphone, you know? And now I think I've gotten a lot better about it. I've found my... Did I already get the double shot? Let's get this first. Did I get the fuselage? No, I only have double. I don't have fuselage. I need fuselage first. Damn it. Anyway, I want to do more edits and more like clips and stuff. And I also want to start doing stuff that like actively gets me money, I guess, in a more productive sense, more monetary sense. Like, no offense, like, I do this for the love of the game, for the most part, right? Because I genuinely enjoy playing video games, and I genuinely enjoy making content and posting it. I don't think a whole lot about it, I just kind of do it because I think it's fun. But, monetarily speaking, I'm pretty broke, and would like money. So, you know, making money from ads or something, from views, would be nice. And so, you know, doing simple content like this where I play a game for an hour makes sense. On top of, like, it's easy to mass produce, easy for you guys to watch, consume, and enjoy. Fall asleep to, or whatever, second monitor content. I'm guilty of it, I get it. But I also feel like I'm capable enough to make edited videos. If you've seen some of my brother's edited videos, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you've seen some of his clips, a lot of his clips are his own thing, like clips from his streams. But like, majorly edited clips tend to be me. Not to take any of his credit, he's worked plenty hard to build up a stream portfolio and to stream, built up his stream career as he had. I can't word today. I can't words. I was having the same issue earlier. He's put in his own work. It's not me, as much as it might kind of look like. I don't want to get the Halo pieces right now, but fuck it. Anyhow, I genuinely enjoy editing and making content, making edits and funny jokes and memes or whatever, or like however that is said. And so I want to make the effort in doing that more. And that means not doing double times anymore, or at least not actively doing double times, if you know what I mean. Like, if a video is 2 hours, if a Rogue-lite Power Hour ends up stretching to 2 hours, I'm not gonna, like, be like, oh, it's an hour. Like, no, I'm gonna play for the full 2 hours, if that's what it comes down to. But I also just think shorts are the best way to, like, create a following. And those are pretty easy to make. They're pretty easy and they're fun too. It's one thing when you're going through like 60 hours of footage or 20, like even like a minor 4 hours, 2 to 3 hours of footage, right? You're making a 20-minute video. Even making a short out of that, or like taking a small portion of that and then making a short that you can make and you do anything with, because of the licensing with shorts is so different compared to YouTube, like regular YouTube videos. Cool. Anyway, like with shorts, you can use licensed music. Licensed music or sound effects due to how the licensing works for shorts, and you won't get copyright claimed. at least as far as I understand it. Copyright licensing is a little bit different for shorts compared to videos. And so I want to not take advantage of that, but I want to use that system and make things that I would normally be restricted in with regular videos. Man, not being able to pick up bullet damage is kind of killing me right now. There's a boss. I'm not going to be able to clear any of this without bullet damage. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I had Holy Shield for like half a second. I think getting fuselage now would kind of kill me. It would like end the run. Now I don't have any damage to fucking kill anything with my spin. It's just my weapon, but I think I have enough fire rate and reload speed to make up for that. It's just about weaving all of this damage until they stop fucking spawning, which they're not. Fuck. No. I think they stopped spawning on 7 minutes. Just a little bit longer. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Oh, why did my controller stop working? Hello? Oh, it's my D-pad. It's being fucky. That. Shield's back. I think the bats are done. Maybe I should have picked up Shatter. I think this is the last vision, or last glare upgrade, so I'll pick that up. Leveling up pretty quickly. Right. Anyhow, all that I mean to say is I'm gonna make more stuff, but in a different way. That means for 1 week I could be focusing on videos, for another week I could be focusing on shorts. I plan to alternate weeks. I plan to have Game Sense episodes pretty consistently. I plan to have clips of even the Rogue-lite Power Hours. Like, I want to grow the channel. I want to be able to do this full-time, is kind of what I mean to say. Because I genuinely enjoy doing YouTube. But I also know I'm not the standard entertainment that YouTube likes to bring to the table. So, I'll do this. So, we'll see. Because, you know, I want to do more. I really do. But I also know that my job actually pays me. So, if I just can't record, if I can't edit because I'm too busy, then I'm just too busy. That's just the long and short of it. He's eating these pretty consistently. This wouldn't be that bad because of my shield. But I don't remember if I got the... I'll just get the freeze duration. I don't even have the shield right now. Shit, why'd you stop shooting? I mean, I know why you stopped shooting when I got hit, but why'd you stop shooting after that, after I got hit? Bro literally just went, nah, we're chilling. We were not chilling. How did he even get through like that? I can't take a hit, so I'll just take the soul heart. Survivability. I need shatter. I need shatter, I need split shot, I need all of the shiz. I gotta be careful about the upgrade I get next. I think there's one of the sniper upgrades is still up for the taking. That's not happening. Neither is Pyro Mage or that. I mean, doing that again wouldn't make any sense. Three magic scythes. Yep, I was like, that should give me a lot of soul hearts. Why am I no longer... There it is. So triangle, auto targets. Good to know. I think I need the second Halo piece. I have the third and the first. There it is, Splinter. Lost my shield instantly. Did run straight into a crowd, so I don't know if that was me running into the crowd or running into a shot. Reaper rounds is what I was hoping for. Fuck. The soul heart. Oh, got a dodge on that one. There we go. Why is the game so loud for you guys? It's only 25%. It's just like loud, like thump. It's not like loud, maybe? I don't know. I have it decreased on my end too, so I don't really know. I'm just looking at OBS and it's reading high decibels. Might just be reading like deep decibels, not actually like loud. I clicked try again, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. So all of these, all the ones I want are maxed out now. Now it's about maxing out everything else. I'm not gonna use it, but... Level 11. Experience is reduced. Pumpkin patch. So in case you're wondering what the goal was of the game, the goal for me is to complete a run with every character on every difficulty, or like complete a run on the hardest difficulty with every character and every weapon, and unlock every rune, which isn't terribly difficult. I was like 80% of the way there before my progress got reset from some things, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm more interested in just kind of like playing the game because I enjoy playing the game. And because I'll be sticking to these games, I will try to make particular segments for these games. God, all of these suck. There we go. Like, maybe for like 20 minutes till dawn, I'll talk about a TV show I'm watching. And then for Witchfire, it'll just be me getting mad at sucking at the game, so I don't really need to talk about anything specific. Synthetic, similarly, is just kind of me talking about the game. Vampire Survivors would be another one I talk about, a TV show I'm watching. I'll try to keep... Well, no, it's gonna happen where those are both in the same week. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Is there... Because there's other... Was Moonlighter one? No, I was gonna do Moonlighter and I changed my mind. Oh, that's good. Got that earlier on. Also, I've been saying that wrong, and I know I've been saying it wrong, but I also didn't clock what it was actually called. And they don't show the names. There we know. Is it somewhere on here? Fuselage. Nope, I've been saying it right. Oh. Anyway. I'm choosing not to talk about the show I've been currently watching on this particular video and saving it for the next time I play Vampire Survivors or 20 Minutes Till Dawn. Purely out of the fact that I kind of just want to chill right now. You know? That's what it was. I took off synthetic. It's not synthetic. That's not what I'm playing right now. It's gonna be 20 Minutes Till Dawn, Vampire Survivors, Kingdom New Lands. That was one. Kingdom New Lands, Vampire Survivors, 20 Minutes Till Dawn, because they're all on Epic. Or what were the other ones? I took off synthetic because I have that on Steam. I didn't want to have Steam open while I have Epic open. It's a good thing I waited to pick that up. I don't remember. Again, I'm gonna look at the end of this video, and I'll find out. No. 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 Definitely no. Ooh. And ooh. That works really well though. 90% speed. Triple scythe. That's gonna look cooler for a thumbnail. Okay. I'm sorry, but that's just what's gonna be. Thumbnail secured. I haven't actually taken the thumbnail, but me waiting here long enough, I'll be able to have it. It's not particularly, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because I'll now have, like, the companion upgrades, which aren't very good. Yeah, the summon damage stuff. Fuck it. I don't normally do summons, magic scythes, or dragons, or ghosts, or not lightning. The other one. I don't usually do any of those. I don't have Frost Mage yet. Maybe. Yeah, I can do bullet damage now. But I can do all the HP stuff. Pulsing summons. That wouldn't be bad. The summons are gonna have like an epic dividends once we get to like later stages. It's already kind of doing a lot. Bullet damage. No. I mean, maybe I just grab it just to have it. Yeah, make it so it's one less upgrade that'll pop up for summons, I guess. It's not ever gonna be useful in like any way, but... I mean, it could summon a health item, so I can't count it out entirely. But in like 3 levels, I'm gonna have the same thing for health with holy arts, so maybe no. Let's try to keep finishing up upgrades that we have. Maybe I could have done triple spear instead of triple scythe, but triple scythe looks cooler. And is like actually practical. Now we're gonna start seeing it. Light blade. One of these days I'll do one of the other ones, like I'll do wind katana or something. And I'll just show you guys just how not helpful it is. Because it cannot be understated. Like, I would need so many movement speed bonuses and shit to get it all to work properly. No, there was so much XP to still get, man. Sure. Does that mean they spin faster? That's funny. They don't kill these guys very quickly, so we still have to attack. More effective for me to wait for them rather than to attack or to go after them. Now the real hard part. Why is my walk? I know why my walk speed is so bad, but like, I feel like it shouldn't be this bad. Shit. Thank God for Soul Shield. I don't even have Frost Mage. I didn't even realize that. It's just this wave with the bats that I can't stand. One of these days I'll play the ruins, which is probably like my second favorite between all three, because I really don't like the forest. The forest is so not fun. All of the worst types of enemies spawn there. Like, these guys are tolerable because they just kind of fly in a straight line, they try to hit you, they try to corner you, they shoot at you with stuff. But then all of these guys still spawn, but then like the exploder, suicider guys show up, the trees are a nightmare to deal with, like... There's so many more obstacles too. It's just like it's so much and so unnecessary. I just don't like the forest map. The ruins I can tolerate on occasion on certain difficulties, On this difficulty, I probably wouldn't. Because those suicide guys, the exploders, would just have way too much health for me to deal with. And like, yeah, I can just wait for them to explode, but that corners me too much. You'd think, oh, isn't this cornering you? Yeah, but this is nothing. Like, this is avoiding a couple of balls. Like, just going to a JoJo fan meetup. Like, it's not that. It's not hard. There's plenty of ways to practice that. Rapid fire. I don't like any of these. I could just not. That's what I'm talking about. I was wondering if I could just not do anything for a little bit. This might be the thumbnail. Right here. This is the thumbnail. Oh, the lightning, the side spinning. Just a blender. Wind cutter. Faster! Faster, Beyblades! Faster! Spin faster! Get more damage! Burn them! I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, it's working, so. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's one way to kill all of them. Still don't have Frost Mage. I don't know how I keep forgetting that. Die faster, die faster, die faster, die faster, die faster. You are getting rinsed by so many different damages. You don't normally die this slowly. There we go. Stillness. Fuck it. Now I need reload rate. So now I just sit here. I'm literally not attacking. I was able to finish my water. Excuse me. No, we're at the point now where I have to shoot. Excuse me. Technically, I guess I can start to tell you guys what show I'll be talking about. I'm gonna have to refresh myself. But I guess I'll be talking about Castle. Y'all watch that? It's a show about a writer who becomes a kind of consulting informant on the psychology of of homicides. Or, no, just murderers. That's the word, murderer. I'll just say homicider, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, he's, like, the whole reason is he's taking inspiration from a detective he met, for his new book. So he's shadowing said detective. It's a really cool show. I'm watching it on Prime right now, after finally finishing House. Which, I guess I could talk about House. Yeah, I'll talk about House, and I'll let you know now that I'll be talking about Castle, the next one. Or at least Season 1 of Castle. That's what I'll do. Like, each time I do Vampire Survivors or 20 Minutes Till Dawn, I'll talk about, like, the following season of the show. Of the show in question. So I guess today I'll be talking about the whole of House, because I already finished it. And it was cool. It was weird seeing the non-progression of characters, if that makes sense. Like, I guess this will be an hour 20. If my math is mathing. Almost there to the highest difficulty. But yeah, I really enjoyed House. It was weird seeing characters act exactly, like, it was weirdly, like, it was weird and yet kind of refreshing to have characters that just act exactly how they are portrayed. You know what I mean? Like, it's, instead of them being complex characters with different levels and meanings, it's like House is House. Cameron was Cameron. Chase was Chase. I was thinking about this not too long ago. I don't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about, the black guy. I can't for the life of me remember. I'm so annoyed about it. You'd think I would have just not brought it up. I would have just looked it up really quickly and like paused the recording and then looked it up and then would have carried on like nothing happened. But I genuinely don't remember his name and I'm very annoyed about it. So I'll point that out first. He's a very prominent character too. Like he ends up becoming the head of the fucking hospital. I just can't remember. Maybe it'll just come up if I just keep talking. So, like, all of the characters were exactly as they were portrayed up until the end. Like, at no point did they like change. You know what I mean? They were always the characters they were. And that felt kind of refreshing. Like, it was weird to see a character with characters with almost no growth. And also weird to see characters that are portrayed so definitively. Because I'm partly used to characters growing and expanding their horizons and being more than who they say they are initially and all this, right? And yes, 100%, a lot of the characters did that. Like, they grew, but their core values didn't change. It wasn't like an anime or like a shonen or like any. At no point did it ever feel like the characters grew beyond what they were, like what it was they were, as like an archetype or a portrayal of a character. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good thing. Like, it's refreshing. It made the show work the way it did, because Cameron was always Cameron and was always going to defend a life no matter what. Same with the other girl. What was her name? PhD, like not PhD, the intern that ends up staying for a long while. I forgot her name too. Fuck. But like, all of those characters, like, the perfect example of like a character that doesn't change and is portrayed the exact way that they are portrayed the whole time is like Taub, right? Taub and Chase, particularly. Like, yes, Chase ended up coming into like a leadership role, right? That was very different compared to what he normally was. He was always just the follower of House, right? Just always listening and like expressing what it was to agree with House all the time, right? But he kind of just became the personification of that portrayal of character, always agreeing with House and just having the same ideas as him. He ended up just becoming House. He just became the expression of the character, the pure personification of the portrayal he had since the beginning, if that makes sense. Like, it's kind of like, I think of it this way, of like, there was this comic quote that I saw this not too long ago, was like a Sonic and Flash. This is gonna come full circle, trust me. Sonic and Flash, where it's like Flash is speed personified, whereas Sonic is speed perfected. And I'm not talking about the legitimacy of that, whether who is faster. I mean the words that were said, right? Where it's like Sonic is speed in like the most perfect, in the most absolute way. Similarly to how House is himself personified, right? Whereas Chase is House perfect. He doesn't have a limp. He's athletic. He's handsome. He's this. He's that. He's all this. He's capable of being social without without all of the rules and legitimacy behind everything. He's grown as a person, like more. He has more than House ever was, and has grown to become better than what House could be, even if House grew. And I think that's ever more evident when we saw probably the best version of House when he was with Cuddy. Like, oh, for just a second I thought I remembered his name. I'm not even gonna I'm trying to think of like letters that his name fucking starts with that I'm not gonna remember. Anyway, like that. It's like Chase is the personification of the character he always portrayed, which was initially it was House's lackey, who just kind of, it was a follower. He just believed and listened to what everyone said and did what it was that was asked of him. Whereas I brought up Taub earlier, who is, hang on, I got Fanfire, I didn't get Fuselage. Shoot, motherfucker. I brought up Taub earlier. He is the personification of what he believed himself to be when he was first introduced. He was a family man. He was married. He was a family man with a wife, no kids, and dedicated to what it was he believed in. However, we then learned, as we got to know Taub, that he was a cheater, right? But at the end of it all, he became the personified character he portrayed at the beginning of the series. A family man. A man living his life for his kids. Or for his now kids. Like, does that make sense? Is all of these characters were... They became the personification of the portrayed character. Like, the absolute of the character they were portraying since the beginning. And that was refreshing. Because it didn't mean they didn't grow. It's like, in a math term, right? This is not going to make any sense to a lot of people, but this might make sense to some. It's like you took like a stat in an RPG game, right? You took dexterity. It's like you took, like, let's say you have 5 stats. It's like you took a character that has like one stat particularly heightened. Let's say dexterity, right? I brought that up a second ago. Dexterity. And instead of rounding out your character and growing different stats to increase survivability or whatever, instead you just keep increasing dexterity. You become the absolute, like, perfect at that particular playstyle of dexterity. The most points in it, the most usage out of it, the most efficiency using the one stat that you've upgraded. That's kind of how the characters in House were. They all just kind of became the embodiment of... They became the embodiment of the portrayal of the character that they always were. And some more obviously than others, like Taub and Chase, because we saw them the most, right? And then like Wilson, right? He kind of easily became the personification of what it was he always was, which was just House's friend. Initially, he was just kind of there, you know? He was comedic relief. He was a part of House's life, a part of House's everyday life that we just always saw him. But by the end, he really did become House's friend all over again. Like, he chose to continue living to be with House, to be friends with House, and to always be around him. Whereas like, in a similar sense, someone like Cuddy, who, from the beginning, was always just kind of there, you know? Like, always telling House to stop. To be more moral. To be less logical and to be more understanding of people. And never agreeing with House. So, by the end, when Cuddy just kind of walked out of everything, chose to not deal with House ever again, was kind of the ultimate never going to agree with you ever, right? And I know what I'm saying kind of makes sense, but in a lot of ways does not make sense. So feel free to just kind of be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I know my points are very disjointed and are not making, or like, are not very clear either. Like, I'm very, like, I'm not very concise. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. It's just like, the people that understand what I'm saying will understand what I'm saying, and everyone else will just kind of hate, I guess. I promise I'll try to keep my thoughts on Castle a little bit more clear. I guess what makes the most sense in the way that I'm saying this is like the characters that we met at the beginning of House, right? The characters we met at the beginning of House. And the first time we're introduced to any of those characters, by the time they stop showing up in the show, or by the end, the last time we saw them, right? By that point, they had become the penultimate version of those characters that they were at the beginning. If that makes more sense. Like, the roles they had, the messages that they delivered by the end of the show, by the time that they stopped appearing, was the ultimate version of who they were and what they stood for at the beginning of the show when they first appeared. Actually, another good example of this is 13. When 13 first appeared, we didn't know anything about her. Right? We knew nothing about her disease, we knew nothing about her family, her name even. And by the end, we learned, I just fucked up. I picked 3 fucking Halo pieces. Whatever, I have so much survivability. I'm probably not gonna die, but it's gonna be a really long fucking 8 minutes. Anyway, by the last time we saw 13, she became, like, we knew everything about her. We knew she was bi. We knew about her disease. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. We knew what happened to her after she left the first time. We knew about what she wanted to do. We learned everything about her by the end. The penultimate role of the character she always was. And I think that's a lot more refreshing compared to, like, a lot of other shows where the character doesn't grow to become the better version of themselves, or the penultimate version of the character we met at the beginning, but just better or worse, or like they got to the end of their journey and are now no longer the character they once were, which is fine. Like that story setup works, and that line makes sense. Like that like it's just kind of standard, right? But for whatever reason, the version of this where the characters don't change, where they just become what it was they always were in the most absolute way, was a lot more refreshing to see. And I'm sure there's other shows that have done this before, but like, this is the first time I had ever seen it. It was also, House is also my first like hospital drama like show, and it's just so weird because, like I said, or like I've said before, I watch anime. Like, I watch TV shows too, but I mainly watch anime and cartoons growing up, and so the only TV shows I ever saw that weren't like sitcoms were my mom's soap operas, which, like, I don't know if you've seen a soap opera before, or a telenovela, or anything like that. Character development's not really that's not really a forefront thing. It's more about the story being told, just the things happening, the spectacle of it all, or the non-spectacle of it all in some cases. Why? Oh my god. Can I get more? Can I get as many Halo pieces? I can get as many Halo pieces as I do Halos. Or, oh, okay, so I have 3, I think that's part 1s. So I can get 3 part 3, I get 2 more, or I get 1 more part 3, and, or no, 1 more part 2? Is that what it is? Because of how many part 1s I have? I don't know. Anyway. You get the idea now, right? Like, that makes sense. I think I've gotten my point across with House. But now let's actually talk the story, or the storylines, because the characters I've talked to that point quite a bit for the last 10 minutes now, or 5 minutes, however long. But I feel like, or maybe not the story, how about just my rating, right? Because I don't really have a baseline, because I don't watch hospital dramas or that too much, like dramas in general. Right. Or dramas in general. I don't have a whole lot to like base this, like, my rating system. So I'll just kind of throw around we're not throw around. I'll give it a solid, I'll give it a rating, and I'll explain. Similarly to if you saw any of when me and Section talked about Takopi in This Week in Gaming Sessions pilot, or in the This Week in Gaming Sessions pilot. So I guess for one, I'm gonna give it a 9. No. I think I'm gonna give it a 10. I don't think there was ever a point I was disinterested or dissatisfied with the show. I don't think there's ever a point where I wasn't intrigued or wasn't, like, thinking about what was going to happen next. I kept coming back to it. I didn't switch to a different show. I didn't go watch something else. Like, when I was watching it, I'd stay up hours upon hours when I really shouldn't have been to watch that show. And, like, yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 10. Like, so how my rating system works is I give anything a base level 5, or a base of 5 ratings, right? As long as the story is serviceable, right? The plot makes sense. There's not that many plot holes. There's not any issues with, like, the acting or the voice acting or animation or whatever it might be. All of that gets a base 5. The rest is about characterization, how it ended, characterization, and then, like, any major pluses, okay? And again, because I don't really have a baseline for this style of show, I'm just not gonna get that. If I get that, I'm fucked. Look at this. Anyway, so I'm giving it a 10. If I see some other shows kind of like that, like in that same vein, like Breaking Bad, for instance, or something like that, it might go up because I don't have a reason to give it its plus points. Because I've given some, like, animes in particular, I've seen enough anime, I feel like, that I can kind of get a good feel for, like, when a show goes above and beyond the time that it came out. Because there's some shows where it's like, a 2011 show is not going to match up to a 2025 show in animation. But if it does, something like Fate, like, the Fate Heaven's Feel movies that came out, God, I don't know what year they came out, I'm gonna sound like an idiot, but like 2017 maybe. Like, that's pre-Chainsaw Man, that's pre-Chainsaw Man, that's pre-Mushoku Tensei, that's like, any of these major shows that just, like, completely changed the game in terms of animation. And it's still so well animated. But then something for, like, this, the cinematography was always good, the music was always fine, like, there wasn't anything bad. But there was nothing about the show that wowed me in a particular way, because, again, I don't know what is the baseline. I don't know what a I don't know what is good or bad. There's definitely things I definitely enjoyed a whole lot more about House that, like, I would give it, like, an 11 or a 12. Like, 12 is kind of, like, the highest I would be willing to give anything. And, like, I would 100% give House that satisfaction. I'd give it that amount, that rating, if I had some kind of baseline of shows like it that have reached 10 or have reached 9 that show me that House has gone above and beyond. And again, I just don't have that at the moment. But that is the end of the Rogue-lite Power Hour. That went by a lot faster after I was, like, actually talking about something, unlike the usual. But yeah, that is the end of the Rogue-lite Power Hour. Thanks for listening to me rant about House. Giving it a 10 for right now. I'd give it more. No, I'm giving it a 10. But it's basically an 11. Because I just don't know if it's as good as I'm thinking it is, or if I'm kind of I'm sugarcoating it because it's the only thing I've seen like it. But yeah, I'm gonna say House is a 10, and I will and thanks for watching. I kind of forgot my outro for a second. This is the end of the Rogue-lite Power Hour. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want me to play next in the comments below. I will say I technically can't say that anymore because I'm going to be sticking to like 6 different games. Let me know what kind of run you want me to do. Oh, that's what it is. Let me know what else I should watch. I have Prime, so if you have any suggestions of stuff on Prime that I'm not already watching right now, like I'm watching Castle, I just finished House. So if there's other shows like that you want to recommend, let me know. And I'll talk about it the next time I play 20 Minutes Till Dawn or Vampire Survivors. Bleh. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys next time.